What's going on, YouTube? Achilles here, and I found an Izzett Otter deck that I wanted to try out for Standard. It seems pretty good. The things that stick out to me is that you can take advantage of Slick Sequence, which does inspire me alone to make its own deck around it, because this card is pretty good if you really think about it. But other highlights of the deck, we got Stormchaser's talent, which is going to probably be the star of the show, as well as not many new cards, I guess, besides the Emberheart Challenger, which you're not an Otter, but it's okay. This is an Otter, though, and this makes an Otter. Okay, well, still an Otter deck in my book. So let's go into this list. We got 2 Into the Flood Maw, 2 Shore Up, 4 Stormchaser's talent, 4 Might of the Meek, 4 Monastery Swiftspear, 4 Blazing Crescendo, 4 Emberheart Challenger, that's not an Otter. We got 4 Slickshot Show-Off, 4 Wrenn's Resolve, 4 Slick Sequence, 2 Frolicking Familiar. For the lands, we got 8 Islands, 4 Mountains, 2 Restless Spires, 4 Shivan Reefs, and 4 Spirebluff Canals. I think this one looks cooler. Anyway, let's get into these games. We are going to attempt to do some Izzett aggro-y prowess Otter things and get away with it, of course. But Standard right now is a wasteland of decks that could probably outvalue this. But who knows? And we run into Rakdos Lizards. This would be an interesting one. What? Alright, so I'm gonna have to do it this way. I have to get this on the board, honestly, because the more I think about it, there's a lot of red cards that I could use. I could use the red a lot. I have a lot of blue, but I want to have the option to, if I need it. It might create some awkward turns if I have just one red with a bunch of blue. So that's my way of justifying it. Okay. So how are we going to do this? First off, hey, you know what? Should I keep it all? Or am I gonna go for broke? Yeah, I'm gonna go for broke. So I already played my land. I'm gonna plot this. That's it. I'm just gonna set up for a super big turn next turn. How dare they? Why I Otter? See what I did there? Made a funny off this card. Okay, so I take 5, right? The best they could do also is maybe increase the attack of Higher Claw, but I'm gonna go for that. They're gonna be able to look through my hands, and I'd assume they get rid of Wrenn's Resolve. Yeah, makes sense. So we're gonna go to our turn. We draw a land, which is kind of lame, but I'm gonna try to get a lot of damage in. See what they got. So our opponent blocks, which is okay. Oh, I know something. I think I'm just gonna go for... Oh, their opponent will do that. Going to 4. But now if I do this, they won't be able to kill it, but it's still 6. I don't want to lose my creature. I don't want to take all that damage also either. See, that rhymes. Yeah. I'm gonna have to let it resolve. Take my creature down. Alright, I get it. We lost this one. If this deck fails, I'm gonna make my own Otter deck that I think I talked about in an earlier video. It was around the 1-drop Otter enchantment class that we're playing for. Then this deck with, there's a 2-drop card from the new set that brings out a 1/1 Otter with prowess, but then you could cast it with flashback to get another one or something like that, and it's building a control shell around that. I think it's kind of interesting, but still gotta get to that one. We go first. We're gonna start off with the Stormchaser's talent, doing some Otter things. Okay, so our opponent's probably going for Haughty Djinn style deck, if I can imagine. We are gonna go for the kill as quickly as possible. Now I need to draw another blue mana source to get some real value going, but it doesn't seem that's gonna be the case. Interesting. Still end up going a little wide on them. I was thinking too while I was doing that, maybe I could have went Emberheart with the Swiftspear instead, but either way, something was gonna get taken down. So that's the blue we wanted. So with this, I could do it, but it cost 4. Alright, I got a plan. And it's gonna require these 2 cards to be acting. If I do it like that, that'll be the second spell, so everything will get an attack buff and we'll be able to take it down. Okay, yeah, so this is how we're doing it. The Slick sequence is gonna be the card that's gonna put us over the top and kill the Haughty Djinn. If not, maybe go for game. No, I don't go for game, but... So we block with that, right? If I did do this right, that's 3 extras on top of 6. I gotta redo that. So it's be 2, 5, 7, 9, and so they'd be alive still. So we are instead gonna hit this. Can't kill them, we might as well get rid of their big, giant threat that they would have to waste all their mana to bring out something that will have to do something. I don't know. I feel like getting rid of this is the move, just because if they don't have anything on their board, if they're just gonna hold up counters and whatnot, that's all they're gonna really do, because blue doesn't have destruction. Alright, so they end up doing that, so it didn't matter what I hit. But we got them down to 4. They're not going to be aggressive because then they have no blockers. They freed my Stormchaser's talent, realizing that I could do that level 2 to get any of my instant or sorceries. Which is a really good thing if you think about it. I mean, you think about it, you're just paying 1 mana to bring out this 1/1 Otter with Prowess, which would probably be a good card on its own. And then you get all this other value on it, so pretty cool stuff. Okay, we don't like that. Sorry if you hear the little puppy barking in the background. She's her 3rd day over here, so she's getting used to it. Little baby Liliana of the Veil. Alright, so this is the move, guys. I'm gonna swing with everybody. Right. Now, I would only get her opponent to 1. So I'm gonna do it on this. I'm gonna get a card off its effect too, which hopefully will be something good that I can instantly use. Well, I can't instantly use that, but yikes. So we get him to 2. I'm gonna do this. I pay 4 mana. And then I get this, so this will be the death of them. The slick sequence. I mean, they could just dig for a counter or whatever, but let's see. How lucky could we get? I mean, if they're not blocking, then wow, would you look at that? What a slick sequence this has become. Okay, so they counter it. You can't make this stuff up, by the way. Now, I'm gonna play this smart, so they do that, and this is where they lose. And the sequence has been slick. Very cool. The Otters have done something. So they're not useless, guys. Just letting you know. They are an alternative take on Prowess. If you're sick and tired of the same old Rakdos / mono red, and or I guess if you want to consider Gruul in the mix, but you're still playing all that green stuff. But I don't know, I'm having fun playing this. It might be a few rares you don't want to spend for like stuff like this, but it's fun. I'm really this is my favorite card out of everything right now. I really want to make a control deck that I could just cast a couple spells. Too bad that card from New Capenna is out. That I think it was a 5 or a 6 drop red enchantment that you like put instants and sorceries under it, and you get to use them every time you play another instant or sorcery. What a shame, but it's okay. We got this instead. Yep, gonna take 2. If it's a monstrous rage, it's probably the worst situation we could be in right now. Okay, we're good. Could have been worse. They're going super wide, which is good in the sense that. Alright, so I really don't want to do this. I really don't, but I am. I really don't want them to get that to a really high attack, and then it's gonna do double the amount of damage to me. Like, if they got a bunch of weak stuff with these Monastery Swiftspears and a bunch of lands or something, like, this is fine. Like, I just don't want them to have spells. Which they might, because they're targeting it, or at least looking at it. Okay, that's 4 damage. Alright, this should be a good move. So this is when you control. So even if they do get rid of this now, I'm gonna make sure that I could. I've been trying to just bait out their thing this whole time, but honestly, they have to waste it or to keep it alive. Yep, that's fine. Yep, perfect. The only problem with this deck is it doesn't have much of a defense. I just gotta swing for the fences with this kind of deck. So, it's kind of bad, but... Alright. I only have one card, though. What if I just traded with these creatures? Alright, so I'm gonna be honest. This probably isn't the right move if I attack with everyone, but if they have one spell, I'm doomed. You know, if not, they just pump up something, so I'm gonna either win next turn or they're gonna beat me this turn. That's what it's gonna come down to. It's a bad situation because it's so over. If I didn't do that, like either way, if they did this and I just held both of these guys, they give it double strike, and then that's 6 damage going over that, so... And then, yeah. Would have been hard. And then I would have, if I blocked it all, then I wouldn't have no recovery, so... It's Otters. I got one game with it, so whatever, I'm happy. But, yes. Izzett Otters. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and have a great day. Take care.